10th anniversary of the passing and commemoration of the final meditative equipoise of our peerless, precious teacher and spiritual guide and founder, Venerable Geshe-la Acharya Thubten Loden. So this is a very special opportunity to hear a recording of Geshe-la's teachings again, and tonight Geshe-la will be exploring the wonderful topics of bodhicitta, Buddha nature, the 5 powers for use in this life and at the time of death, and then he'll lead a meditation on compassion. So Geshe-la was one of the most highly qualified and respected masters of Tibetan Buddhism. His activities as a Dharma teacher, as an author, as a leader of the Tibetan Buddhist Society meant that his life was always full of energy and purpose and activity. Nevertheless, he never let up an opportunity to pause and always had time to be friendly and had good humour with all of the people whose paths he crossed. He was always the complete embodiment of compassion and kindness and generosity and peace and wisdom and all of the topics that he taught to us over so many years. So we'll begin tonight's session with just a few prayers. So I'm sure that everyone is very keen to hear Geshe-la's precious teachings again. Begin with prayers on page 19 of the prayer book, and then we'll do the lineage prayer. Tompa chomdonde shinjo padra chompa yangdapa zope sange reparang japsudan padoa jikpa jitin chenpa jibuduwe kalogyawa lara mepa lara menanki chompa sange chomdonde Bhagawa Shakya Tupala Chaksalu Yoru Japsu Chiyo. Teacher Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly pure and complete Buddha, all-knowing, having poise, Sagata, apprehender of the world, navigator of beings to be subdued, incomparable teacher of gods and humans, to the Buddha, the Bhagavan, the glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, we prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Sangichoran Zokichoramla Jangchubarudani Gyabsuchi Dagi jinzugi pezunam chi drola panchi sangi drupaju. To the Buddha, the Dharma and Sangha, I go for refuge until becoming enlightened. Through the merit of my generosity and so on, may I achieve Buddhahood to benefit all beings. To the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, I go for refuge until becoming enlightened. Through the merit of my generosity and so on, may I achieve Buddhahood to benefit all beings. Saji Puki Jujin Metutram Rirab Lingjinide Yampari Sange Jindu Geshe-la This ground anointed with perfume and strewn with flowers, Mount Meru, the 4 continents, adorned with sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered thus, may all beings enjoy such pure lands. Then in English, the prayer of the lineage gurus. Body born from 1,000,000 magnificent, excellent virtues, speech fulfilling the hopes of infinite beings, a mind that sees all objects of knowledge precisely, I bow my head to the chief among the Shakas. Supreme sons of the incomparable teacher, carrying the load of all the conqueror's deeds, by their emanations appearing in countless realms, I prostrate to Maitreya and Manjushri. The mother of conquerors is difficult to fathom. The precise orders and commentaries written by Jambudvipa's ornaments, Nagarjuna and Asanga. I prostrate at the feet of those most renowned in the 3 realms. From these 2 great chariots come the excellent lineages of the paths of profound view and vast deeds, their essential points gathered thoroughly and without fault. Prostration to the Lamb holding this treasury of instruction, giving explanation through compassion, by seeing precisely and completely the essential points of all paths of Sutra and Tantra, holder of the Conqueror's entire holy Dharma, prostrations to the glorious Losang Drakpa. I, seeing all the infinite teachings, supreme way of crossing for those entering the journey to liberation, moved by compassion to deed skilled in method, prostrations to the spiritual masters who make everything clear. And finally, we offer the session listening to our precious teacher, to the swift return of his reincarnation in the form of Loden Rinpoche, quickly, quickly. So I'd like to say thank you to Tim and Manakam, who've worked very hard for us to be able to hear this teaching tonight. Thank you.
All also that today this Atena and teach the essence of all Buddha's teaching. Especially then there was a grudge path to enlightenment. Particularly then there was a 2 transformation. Therefore that good is good stainless lodges, very important, very beneficial. Naturally, the special development, pure good motivation, or pure good heart, or conventional mind enlightenment in a pure bodhicitta. And bodhicitta means I use in Sanskrit. Bodhi means the enlightenment. Citta means mind. Mind enlightenment. That means under the thinking in your heart. Whatsoever I have accumulated, limitless, countless, boundless, pure merit, pure wisdom. Beginner's 10. Especially I continuously practice compassion for others, great love for others, equanimity for others. That means that through my compassion and support old people, lonely people, discharged patient people, dying people, homeless people. Not only human being, also through my compassion can help non-human being too. Particularly I continuously practice the two transformation, mind development. Those are the principal cause or root cause or main cause. I am easily becomes Buddhahood benefit all living beings. It is peerless, pure good heart, pure good motivation, or conventional mind development, pure bodhicitta. Also, these sessions are very important, very beneficial, complete relax your body and mind. Without negativities, such as great desire, great hatred, great misconception, especially ego grasping, so forth. And without agitation, that means that too much thinking. I have these problems. I have that problems. I have this disease. I have that disease. I am unpopular. People don't like me. I have everything bad conditions. Too much thinking, then your love unsuccess. Therefore, that good reason, without agitation and so forth, concentration like that short time. That means the contemplation and the short realizations. It is and the superior and the short relaxations. Furthermore, in a peerless master, great scholar, Metia Buddha said, Yodo Chodon Cenitan, Tadorera Evatan, Nimitana Pientan, Penanit Namaja. That means, and I translate and translate to English. Very brief explanation. He said, doesn't matter that he may be or not he may be, doesn't matter. Every living beings possess or receive or achieve Buddha potential or pure nature, was a pure nature of mind. Every living being has Buddha potential, pure nature of mind. Therefore, every living being, why not possible, becomes Buddhahood. Also, he said, he was, Guru Chajamina Buddha, he was ordinary beings, ordinary living beings. Buddhism believe in Guru Chajamina Buddha is the enlightenment being. He was ordinary person. He was ordinary person. He was then the delusions, negative attachment soft. Then after is the step by step through concentration, then remove, destroy all negativities, obscuration. That is achieved enlightenment like this. Moreover, the peerless master, also the Guru Chajamina Buddha's Sutra said, Sena Semachite, Senjironji Vesao. That means mind has no mind. It is pure natural mind. Every living being has pure natural mind. That instead and pure and was pure natural mind is in peerless treasure. Treasure or treasure? Treasure, peerless treasure we have here. This treasure never loses. Always with us. If you're going to United States, doesn't matter. Always with us, never losing. Peerless there and the treasure we have inside. Ordinary treasure not sure. Ordinary treasure may be there and not sure. Something is taken from thief, or something is taken from mafia. But for example, these days in the Kuwait country, in the ground, then maybe so many oil. There have so many treasures before. Now and the President Saddam completely taken. Ordinary treasure, uncertainty. We have extraordinary treasure inside. Therefore, he said, why impossible? We are becomes Buddhahood. Why impossible? Then we achieve. Then what's a great enlightenment possible? Everybody possible. because we have here, and was a pure nature of the mind, Buddha potential we have. But at the moment, our mind, what the pure natural mind is, it is not delusions, no desire, no hatred. But our pure natural mind is then cover through our delusions, negativities. When we are then purified or destroyed all our delusions, to practice meditation, remove our negativities, obscurations, non-virtues, our and the pure nature of mind is enlightenment. Becomes the Buddhahood. Becomes the wisdom truthful. Becomes Jnana Dhammakaya. That person for its ordinary level. Some baby beginning rebirth, nothing. Baby rebirth beginning, baby rebirth, nothing, maybe 2-3 kilos like this size. So like meat. No wisdom. Beginning impossible, mommy, daddy, no possible. Then step by step this baby, and then step by step understanding mommy, who is there and daddy, who is there and mommy, then understand step by step. Then step by step more learn than ABC. Then step by step more and more. Then after going to university, then study. After is there and was becomes the doctor, philosopher. Like that, only level. External level, then we have the inside Buddha potential, pure natural mind. Therefore, we are practice compassion, love, then our wisdom, then gradually then developing. Therefore, everybody possible. At the moment, our mind, and the pure natural mind is and cover all the negativities, anger, desire, ego grasping support. Therefore, we are in the can't see in other very certain object. Then sometimes we are unhappy, depressed support like this. When we are there and through concentration and remove our negativities support, then we are welcome. Our mind transform becomes Jnana Dhammakaya wisdom truth body like that. For example, in the pure space. This is pure space. Space means maybe this is no color, no shape, without touchable. This is space. Pure nature and pure nature of space is always pure. It is not cloud. But some powers, the pure natural mind, pure was the natural space is in the cover, pure cloud. That time we can see, or was the pure space, pure natural space can see. Why? Because cloud didn't cover to in the was pure space. That step by step went very strong when you maybe push. That then we directly perceive in the pure space, pure natural space we are directly perceive. Like that. Also another example, in the pure gold, and then pour down in the rubbish bag. 1 million is in one rubbish bag inside. A baht inside rubbish bag. 1 million is pure gold poured down in the rubbish bag. 1 million is then continuously stay pure gold. That gold never ever becomes copper. Always pure gold. But they put in the rubbish in the cover to the pure gold. Therefore, only people can see. One and the pure gold separating from maybe dust to a rubbish bag, they directly perceive it in the pure gold like that. Therefore, and the Buddha said, don't worry, everybody has Buddha potential, pure natural mind. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Honest people, non-honest, step by step, possible becomes Buddhahood. That is reason that we are the possible, the more practice compassion, love. Remove our delusions, so forth. That is the general teaching. Yes. That unit and the each teaching, and was the port was the practice and the present lifetime, daily life in the present lifetime or practice include the 5 powers. 5 powers. Present lifetime or practice include 5 powers. Yes. That 5 power, and there are, and what's here, and then the power of what's it? That using the 5 power using, see? Using the 5 powers. All our daily activities, practice include 5 powers or 5 force. Like this. And what's here, and now what is the 5 powers? 5 powers there are. Yes. Then the power of what's it? Power of what's it? Then the power of experience or power of acquainted. That the power of what's motivation or force of motivation or power of motivation. That part of the power and what's power of distraction. That means the power against, power complete against our delusions, especially ego grasping, particularly selfishly chasing oneself. Important power against ego grasping support, or the power opponent for all delusions. That pit and the power of the prayer. Like this, therefore, and practice 5 powers, or practice 5 and was force. Like this. That past the power of the what's it? Power of what's it? That means was the practice accumulation of merit. Practice accumulation of merit. Through compassion, generosity. Whatsoever Dharma or position given to others. They practice morality. They practice energetic what's it, the patience. Never ever angry to others. Doesn't matter somebody criticizing, somebody petty, criticizing, torture, doesn't matter. Never angry, practice patience. Then practice energetic perseverance. No lazy. Continuously practice. Then practice the deep concentration. Then also practice the great compassion. Makarina. Then practice the great love. Also, that is in the practice accumulation merit. We need more merit. We need more merit. We wish anybody anybody wish enlightenment, great enlightenment. Great enlightenment is not so easy, dependent to limitless, countless, boundless, pure merit. Therefore, practice pure merit. Even during the death, you see, some may be desperate people. They no food, then to your compassion, giving food. If you see maybe some hungry bird, seagull, pigeon, then you think, oh, those are living beings. Pigeons, seagulls, they wish happiness more and more, good conditions more and more. Like me, they wish looking for food. Through your compassion, giving them food. Possible? At that time you receive limitless, countless merit. Therefore, we practice accumulation of the merit. Also, at the same time, also purified all negativities. We have limitless, countless negativities, negative karma. We have limitless, countless negative karma from beginningless time. Buddhism don't believe beginning. All are beginningless. Therefore, we have the limitless, countless negative karma. Therefore, the continuously purified negative karma. Therefore, it's easy to if you maybe and some bad communication with your parents. Many years ago, bad communication and your parents. You use a bad language, you use your daddy, mommy. Then now you recognize, oh, I have very negative karma, heavy negative karma. I am very angry to my father or mother. I bad language used to my father and mother. Therefore, I have very, very heavy negative karma. I'm sorry. Then you talking, and the apology directly talking to your parents. The purification, all negative karma. The editing clean. Therefore, that is in the power of what seed. That is in the power of what seed. Very good. That's second, and the power of the experience, the power of what's and acquaintance. which one using the some translation using the power and the experience. Some translation using the power acquaintance. Some translation using translator using the power. This one a little difficult was for me. Female, what's it? Female reality. They say so the power experience, power acquaintance. Oh yes. That means and what's and that beginning and that power and power and acquaintance means that beginning giving too much giving no possible. Beginning if one beggar, young beggar, and out of your nearby door, please, I am very poor. I have no food. And I have no winter clothes. Please, you support me, and possible $200 or $500. Then you think, rubbish, maybe beggar too much, maybe ask me, Beginning with difficulty, see. That beginning, and you try. Maybe one banana giving. Beginning one banana. Then after 2 banana. Then 3 banana. $1. Then more and more $2. Then $3. Then $10. Then $20. Then $30. Continuously up and up. Up to up. That are you thinking. Because I am in good conditions. He is a beggar, very desperate person. Same wish. This beggar and myself, same wish. Beggar continuously they wish happiness more and more, good conditions and more and more. Like me. Why am I not giving? Then more giving possible. Then after, then maybe not possible, maybe. Then what's 100, 200, $500, then 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 possible. Then after step by step through our contents, sound patience, obligation. Doctor said, you possible donation for your blood. That patience, they not die. If you not giving, that patience. To the operation, losing and much losing blood. Your blood very good, fantastic. If given possible, then possible. That is an end. From beginning and then not so much giving. Then step by step, after body giving possible. Position, anything giving possible. That is the power, experience, power, acquaintance. Oh yes. That all can possible. They very difficult thinking, very difficult thinking. How can possible? I can't believe. Furthermore, the pianist and master and great scholarship they said, Colonel, how many way would to call you may? They never chung up, never chimneys ever says. That did means and there is nothing whatsoever. To our contents, then step by step, very easy. That means any kind of for example job, driving cars, driving the bus. Also working for computer. Beginning, very difficult to understand the mistake. Or maybe the secretary beginning typing. begin difficulty. Then step by step, then better and better, easier and easier. Any kind of job, after becomes very easy to the accountants. Oh yes. Then third, and then power, then motivation, then pure power, then motivation, power, then motivation. That means the money welcome, money and then welcome. Translating, yes. That data motivation. Generally, in my present lifetime. Present lifetime. Yes. Present lifetime. Especially this year. Particularly today, 24 hours. Through my compassion, more care others. More help others. More support others. Continuously practice in compassion and love. That is also the power motivations. That part the power distraction. Power distraction means the power against all delusions, for example, great desire, hatred, misconception, especially ego grasping, particularly selfishly cherishing oneself. Power of distraction or power of opponent, all delusions, especially in ego grasping. How can possible? For example, and ego grasping, continuously grasping, I want this one, I want that one, I want. Always want. Never stop. I want a better car. Beginning with I want a car. Car receipt. There are to change, and then I better car. Better television. Better horse. I want more money. I want more clothes. I want more good conditions. More and more. Continuously gasping. Non-stop. Until fall down dead. Sina, BHP. Our country, big company, BHP. BHP. Yes. Continuously more and more. Until BHP, then the cash. Like that. But how can possible then the power distraction against ego grasping? That means you're thinking. Oh, my position, for example, my car. I'm not necessarily attached to my car, television, my positions. Because, why? Because those are only temporarily belong to me. My car, only temporarily belong to me. My positions, only temporarily belong to me. My money, only temporarily belong to me. When I dead, all my position belong to others. If I have $1 billion in the bank, when I dead, all my money belong to others, not me. One sense taking no possible. Therefore, why I may be grasping to money? Also, my wife is only maybe temporarily my wife. Permanently not possible. My husband is also temporarily my husband. Continuously not possible. If then sometimes war, so now these days in the Kuwait, war. Sometimes war in Tibet, my country, 1959, China and the Tibet war. Husband Arab and the husband there and they become soldier, Husband dead, wife straight Tibet. Sometimes some husband Arab India, wife in there and they was in Tibet. Wife there and they marriage some other boy. Sometimes Chedi Arab, Chedi maybe some age like this, maybe 6, 7 years old ago, Arab India. Mother, father in Tibet. Something like this happened. Particularly during the death time. Therefore, why I am a gospel? Practice impermanent. That is the cause of the removal of all delusions, especially in the gospel. Particularly, especially, judging oneself. That people the power of the prayer. The power of the prayer. But today, in the morning wake up, before sleeping, then lay down. Morning I wake up from this morning to until now. What happened? Then check out. From this morning, I'll wake up this morning. Until now, what happened? Then you more on to the compassion, help others, support others. Also, then practice impermanent and the support. They think then the handshaking yourself, then fantastic. Rejoice in myself. Very, very good luck today. Today day, very good day. I practice the pure Dharma. That is the main cause I because Buddhahood benefit all numberless sentient beings. That is in the power of dedication. That is. How much left now? Okay. That is our present and present daily life practice. They include the 5 powers using of this. That is especially during the death time. During the death time, the practice 5 powers. During the death time, using 5 powers. Through the force of the 5 powers, the possible then the high rebirth, even going to the heaven possible through force of the 5 powers. Why not? The only the power of the rocket. I don't know what's the shuttle, yes, shuttle, yes. Then through the only the power of rocket, they shuttle together. then possible then some human being through power of the shuttle, through power of the what's missile together. Rocket is through power of rocket, through power of the shuttle, cooperation together. So human being are in the top in the full moon. Usually impossible, generally not possible. One human being going to in the top full moon not possible. Generally. Special method to force of the power. Through force of the rocket, through force of the was shuttle together. Then the human being then possible, then arrive in the full moon. Therefore, the extraordinary then was rocket in the solar pi rocket, extraordinary. Inner the rocket. Inner power of the rocket, then the pi powers, cooperation. That dying person. After death, high rebirth, or going to the was heaven, then possible. That means that pi power means during the death time. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. That person and the power of the was a motivation. Power of the motivation means and that now you're looking for the death. The power of the motivation means doesn't matter any kind of practice. After that you're thinking. During the death time, then I am on the never separated the practice compassion. Compassion love, that person after death never ever worry about. There's a Buddhism tradition in promise. This is a short talking like this. That power of the was what's it? That power of what's it meant during the death time before nearly die. Then organizing was and will. Organizing will. Anything. Car, if you have car, television, money, property, anything, organizing then given to maybe your relatives or given to hospital for people, anything. If I die, this is belong to them. This is belong to my brother, sister. Anything. Before and then you not die, just temporarily belong to you. After that, anything belong to others. They nearly going to die, no problems, no attachment. Anything belong to you. Put some this watch, I say after death, and this and the watch and given to and somebody given to like this. Nay, anything. I record, anything record, no problem. That is the power of what's it. Otherwise, during the death attachment, and what to do? I have so much money. Person laughter, I have so much working very hard. Continual work, money keep bank. No using, no possible. I'm going to die. Through this attachment, in the cause of the suffer, unhappy, worry about. The reason, then the power of what's it. Complete dedication to others, giving to others. If you have a car, $100,000 car, very expensive car, $100,000 car. Before you die, organizing. After maybe I did, my card is in sell. Sell, this money given to hospital or poor people, like this. Anything. That is and plus and what's and power of what's it? No, not only their opposition, no attach your position, also no attached to my wife, my children. But during the death time, my wife, children, and long goodbye. Long goodbye, Pastor. Long goodbye. So, if I die now and if my mommy, daddy stay here, everything here, and if going to die, then goodbye. Long goodbye. Never see again. Like this. I death time, my wife, children, everything goodbye. If my wife very young, after 1 week, then she is looking another husband. Like this. If wife think, no, I'm going to die, and no die, and then plan maybe the husband or children, then goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye means never see again. Then after maybe husband maybe and very young boy, if a little better 1 week, 2 weeks, he's a little relaxed. If he's a little naughty, maybe wife today die, then tomorrow he's organizing girlfriend. Like this situation. Therefore, and why I know attached to my relatives, brothers, sisters. But my responsibility to compassion, look at my wife, children. Not too much desire, not necessary, like this. Also, no attached to my body. You are completely look at the body. Giving food, morning breakfast, lunch, dinner, then shower. Complete look at everybody there, look at our body. During the death time, then put on our body. Long goodbye. The relationship finished. Body becomes dust, ashed, or rotten. Which is what you told me. Or is there power what's it like this? Therefore, that the nearly die, they're not attached to and our country, not attached to our position, not attached to our relatives, not attached to our body. He think now and I rebirth, then a young boy or young girl. Not necessarily this old body, not necessary. I'm not attached to my old body. Like this. Therefore, that is the power of what's it. Very good. There is a will organizing. That one in Tibet, big monastery, untouched, and a very big monastery. One monk, he is going to die, die. He's after death, he's going to touch the pure land. He is a very, very pure monk. Always practice. He is attached to maybe, short means butter. He is attached to butter. Very penny. He is like butter, Then he is going to die, maybe not possible. Stop breathing, breathe is stop, not possible. Stop breathing, stop, not possible. He is what thinking, remember, and the butter thinking. There is a friend ask one and Lama, and he's going to die. He's not die, maybe, and still no eat. He's thinking he's attached to butter. That this Lama message for him. Okay, don't worry, and touch the parent. Heaven has many butters. There is bread store like this, you see. But during the death, attached to, the warm, cheddar, and positions, they're very difficulty. But that reason, the power of what's it useful. Anything organization. Still die, not necessary, you see. And there was a Dalai Lama, Tibet King Dalai Lama. Is Tibet people believe in Buddha compassionate person. He is losing everything. He is losing his kingdom, losing his palace, losing his position. He is Arab in India and refugee like this. Not necessarily going to die. All pure within what's it, okay? And this. And what's it? And what's it? In the power of the distraction? Power of the distraction. That means this case, that when we die, then purification. If you so many people kill, so many kill innocent, so many hurt other people, then remember the purification. Practice purified purification. Before death, complete clean necessary, complete clean. For example, if dirty cup, dirty glass, very, very dirty glass, maybe 10 is no clean, dirty glass. Then after special clean, 3, 4 parts clean, they're very, very clean. Then you answer the juice, they're very good. Like that. At the moment, we are in the cinema, and then dirty glass. Instead, we have negativities. Before that, complete clean necessary, purified. All negativities, aspirations, none of what you support. So like this, and oh yes. Then the power of the was experience, power of experience, or power of the was accountants. Yes. And now you practice the compassion and the love and the bodhicitta, conventional mental enlightenment. You practice compassion and the love to the accountants that during the death time impossible. That during the death time, then remember it, then practice the compassion and the love during the death time. To the accountants. That to the accountants, for example, the Tibet page. Tibet, this tradition, this is only one page. What's the tradition there? 1, 2 page. Tibet only and was one page. Like this. I younger then each day and was sometimes not each day 4 page memorizing. Beginning difficulty, beginning maybe and 1 line, 2 lines. Thereafter then was 4 page memorizing. Thereafter and then younger and memorizing 400,000 in page memorizing like this. 4,000 in a page memorizing like this. To the accountants. Therefore now and you practice compassion for others love for others, equanimity for others. During the death, naturally, contemplation and compassion and love. Through this, you never ever worry about after death. Naturally, automatically, they hide both. If you want heaven, then possible going to heaven. Yes. Oh, yes. That pit the power of the dedication. That means if you meant to not so strong, and then before death, think after death, you think oh my practice, compassion, love, support. That is the main cause. After death, then I maybe and rebirth heaven. Rebirth heaven. That depends on the person's choice. Rebirth may be high position he may be, and then I going to heaven. Through force of the and dedication. But if your mind is very strong, and what's it, and if your mind is too strong, then power of dedication means, you see, all my life then practice meditation, support. And then cause of and then after death, cause of after death, all my practice, compassion, love, those are main cause. All other living beings, negativities, oscillations, non-virtues, bad conditions, short life support, rapid for me. If you know pattern like this, Peter and the power of dedication means all my practice, compassion, love, support. Those are main cause. All other living beings, negativities, oscillations, non-virtues, bad conditions, short life, suffering support, rapid for me. That is the power of the dedication. Not so bad, no? Now we are practice meditation. Now we are doing practice the meditation, the great compassion, such as then taking suffering from all living beings. That first, taking suffering from myself. Begin to start taking suffering yourself. Now I practice compassion, taking suffering myself. Tomorrow, my suffering, day after, next week, next month, next year, until death, all my sufferings dissolve into my heart. At that I think now I have received or I possess relaxation of the compassion. Now they think my compassion more deep, more extensive compared to before. No practice the compassion, taking suffering, my relatives, such as mother and the father, my sister support. Why taking suffering from the relatives? Because all my relatives same wish, they wish more and more happiness, enjoyment, good conditions. Never ever wish suffer bad conditions like me. Therefore, that good reason, then I am taking suffering, then from my relatives. At that time, thinking, then from your heart. All my relatives, negativities, oscillations, non-watches, bad conditions, short life, and all suffering. Those are deserving to my heart with inbred, outbred forgot, with inbred. Then you think, those are nature equality and my relatives, problems or disease support. Only our parents, blood light are bad. My heart chakra. One second, those are naturally disappear. Through my fearless good heart. Then you think now, and all my relatives possess, achieve realization of the compassion. Then you think the compassion and more deeper, more extensive compared to before. Now I practice the compassion, taking suffering from my enemy, my enemies. Why? Because all my enemies same wish, happiness, more and more, good conditions, more and more. Never wish suffer and support like me. Therefore, that good reason that I taken suffering from my enemies. Then thinking from your heart. all enemies, negative karma, obscurations, non-virtues, bad conditions, short life, suffering. All those are dissolving truth in my heart. Those are only appearance in black color about my heart chakra. In 1 second, those are naturally disappear through my peerless good heart. Then you think all my enemies possess or receive or achieve relaxation of the compassion. Now you think that my compassion is more deeper, more extensive than compared to before. Now I practice the compassion, then taking service for all strangers. Stranger means no friends, no relatives. Why? Because all strangers same wish. Happiness more and more. Good conditions more and more. Never ever wish slightly suffering like me. Therefore, that good reason deny taking suffering than from strangers. Then thinking from your heart, all strangers suffering of the rebirth, suffering of disease, suffering of the old age. Depressed, unhappiness, support. All those are deserving to in my heart. All those are only appearance, aspect in the black color about my heart chakra. 1 second that disappear through my peerless good heart. And then you think all strangers possess, achieve relaxation of the compassion. And then you think, no, and my compassion more deeper, more extensive compared to before. Now I practice compassion, taking suffering from limitless, countless human beings. Why? Any human being same wish, like me. Therefore, that good reason, that stillness logic, I take suffering from all limitless human beings. That thinking from your heart, any human beings negative karma, osculations, non-virtues, means desire, hatred, misconception, equal grasping, and so forth. All those are dissolved to my heart with inbreeding. That thinking ended in your heart, all those are natural actuality, all human beings, problems, disease, aspect, black colored, are bad. My heart chakra. One second, all those are there and naturally disappear. Through my fearless and good heart. Then thinking pride in your heart. Every living beings receive, possess, achieve relaxation of the and compassion. At that and rejoice yourself. I have a good job. My responsibility, the support all human beings. Also through my compassion and then help other non-human beings. That thinking pride in your heart. Now I practice compassion is much more deeper, much more extensive compared to before. Now I practice the compassion, taking suffering from all non-human beings, such as the tigers or snake, so forth. All non-human beings, they have much suffering. They eat each other, kill each other. Therefore, all non-human beings, bad conditions, hunger, thirsty, negativities, oscillations, bad condition, short love, support. All those are dissolved to my heart with inbreeding. Then thinking pride in your heart. All those are there and naturally they disappear. Through my fearless meditation, compassion. Then you think, all non-human beings receive or possess realization of the compassion. Then I think my the practice the compassion is much more deeper, much more extensive, much more stronger compared to before. No, I didn't practice the great compassion, taking suffering from limitless, countless, or living beings. Why it is? Because any living beings same wish happiness more and more, good conditions more and more. Never ever satisfied. Also, they never wish, any living being never wish problems, disease, bad conditions, so forth. Like me. Therefore, that the good reason, good stillness, logic, then I take and separate from all limitless, countless living beings. Then thinking from your heart, all any living beings, if you like, all limitless or countless all living beings, suffering, depressed, unhappiness, bad conditions, short life, negativities, and so forth. All those are deserving to my heart. And those are nature, actuality. All living beings, problems, disease, so forth. Only appearance or aspect, the black color, it's about my heart chakra. One second, or those are naturally disappear. Like a rainbow, naturally dissolving to empty space like that. They think, no, I have a good job. I support all living beings. I have all living beings. That did you thinking from your heart, all limitless or countless, all living beings achieve or possess or receive relaxation with the great compassion, Makarina. It is the practice and meditation, the great compassion, taking suffering, then from others. Usually in breathing, in breathing, we are concentration and the great compassion. Remember meditation, great compassion. in-breath, that great compassion and taking suffering from others. First, taking suffering myself. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and taking suffering myself. Then the great compassion, taking suffering your relatives. Then great compassion, taking suffering your enemies. Then great compassion, taking suffering your strangers. Then the great compassion, taking suffering from human beings. Then great compassion, taking suffering from the non-human beings. Then after that together, then the great compassion, then taking suffering, then from limitless or countless, then living beings with inbreeding. With inbreeding. This one meditation maybe after maybe 2-3 days, 3 week meditation. Then another week then change. This one then extraordinary then was and then practice meditation. This is possible. Then receive limitless, countless merit.
And this guided meditation again. So we'll conclude tonight with beginning with the marvellous prayer for the past, present and future, and then the general dedication. May my limitless virtues be the principal cause to be reborn into Shita Pure Land, and see Maitreya Buddha and the limitless bodhisattvas abiding there. At that time, sorry, Malcolm.
I don't have the greatest.
Okay.
What page? What page actually?
Continue.
Wait, one second. What page, Anna?
This prayer.
Start with it.
And just do the general dedication then. So the marvellous prayer for the past, present and future. May my limitless virtues be the principal cause to be reborn into Shita Pure Land, and see Maitreya Buddha and the limitless bodhisattvas abiding there. At that time may I practice the perfection of wisdom sutras and the wisdoms of listening, thinking and meditation. Through this may I become enlightened into Shita Pure Land. If that is not attained, may my limitless virtues be the principal cause to be reborn as a great human being and monk like Nagarjuna, Chandrakirti and Lama Tsongkhapa, having great compassion and great love for all beings. If that is not attained, may my limitless virtues be the principal cause to be reborn as a great human being like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela and President Obama, bringing peace to the world and looking after the poor, the sick and the homeless. Through this merit may all beings be free of all suffering, disease, short life, bad conditions, and so on. And also through this merit may all beings have health, happiness, good conditions, long life, and easily attain enlightenment in order to benefit all beings. So we dedicate tonight's session for the quick passing of the COVID pandemic, and also to the very quick return of our precious founder and teacher in the form of Loden Rinpoche. Quickly, quickly. Gyawade yeche bakun soram yeche zozoshin soram yeche lejongwe By this virtue may all beings complete the collections of wisdom and merit and attain the two holy bodies arisen from wisdom and merit. Jangyuzem Jorin Boje Maji Param Jigaji Jipanyamba Mepai Gori Kondu Pelbajo. May the precious superior mind of enlightenment be generated in those who have not yet generated it, and not decrease in those who have developed it, but increase continuously. Thank you, everyone. Good night. And we will be here again tomorrow. There'll be a 1:30 class on karma fighting and a 4 o'clock prayer session. Thank you.